cool. That actually worked properly this time. All right. So here I am. Let's get the chat going again. There. Still not flawless. My YouTube is glitchy. So, yeah. Try the best I can to answer, like if anyone actually is online and wants to say hi. My YouTube is acting up, so please bear with me. I think I've got a patch, but it's not perfect. All right, so it is lunchtime and I do wish to eat, so we will. So yeah, I'm just going to do a quick as I can, head sketch of Spider-Man, as it is Webhead Wednesday, and I do like to draw me some Spider-Man. And because this is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I thought I'd do the very first costume. Got my reference here. Um, I'm sketching as lightly as I can. Okay, I'm going to try a third test here. Showing up for me. Okay, it seems like... Alright, it seems like my YouTube is not testing, or I'm not able to get my YouTube comments in Restream, but I do have my app going. So I thought. Looks like my YouTube is completely frozen now. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, YouTube is acting up on me. I'll try to keep up, but looks like if there's rare event that there's anyone actually on my YouTube looking at this. Apologies. So a couple things I'm already noticing is these goggles are not, they are Spider-Man goggles, but they are not perfectly round. You know what, I should probably check if I'm having technical difficulties with YouTube, odds are I'm probably having technical difficulties with Twitch as well. Do bear with me. Okay, so Twitch is working perfectly fine. I don't need any patches or modifications for that, but my YouTube is acting up. All right. Yeah, it's just chronically freezing. All right. So if there's anyone that's, again, trying to comment on YouTube and I don't see it, I apologize. I seem to be having some technical difficulties with that. For anyone that is viewing this on Twitch, I can read the comments for that. So again, I'll try to get to everyone. Yes, here we are. So anyone that's out there that is able to comment, just got through the last batch of episodes of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man today. So I will try my best not to spoil, but if there's anyone on here that wishes to weigh in, definitely weigh in. Feel free to. I'm going to have this one a bit of a stylistic choice, not model accurate, but I kind of like the goggles sticking out. I'm trying to remember whose work actually um, got me into that. I want to say Humberto Ramos, but I could be wrong. I've got my microphone propped on a different desk, so I hope everyone whoever is watching, can hear me properly and hearing more of my voice, not the table shaking as I erase. Yeah, nice. There are three. And this is why I do a lot of erasing. So, okay, 4 straps here. I don't know how much I'll be jumping into this because the model or the animation style isn't ridiculously rendered. A lot of flat colors, solid lines, so a better shot. Backpack. Given that it's a very solid style, I'm not even sure what my approach is going to be for coloring. Normally, I just color away with my Copics, but I feel like this might not be the right tool for the job. Get rid of some line work. I have to get myself a new kneaded eraser. Debating on that because it's probably the best eraser to get rid of stuff like this, as it just kind of lifts the graphite straight off my paper without harming my paper. It's not a lot of times to say paper in a row. So again, if there's anyone out there, feel free to stop in just to make sure I can read the comments as I've iterated before. YouTube is kind of not giving me my shots on the, or my messages on the screen. Okay, so let's change that to what looks like a proper call reference again. All right, so there's a little bit of white here. So this is going to be a black stripe. I won't get rid of the backpack strap here. That's going to be the other backpack stripe, or not the other, the jersey top there. I will say, without spoiling, I do kind of, I do kind of like the idea of Spider-Man having a costume evolution over the course of a few episodes. Mainly because um, the fact that Spider-Man being a major, I want to do Poscas for this. You know what? Yeah, I will do Posca paints for this. So I don't have to worry as much about shading. Having a nice thick wide. And I can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time. My timer says I've been at this for 26 minutes. 10 minutes was a countdown, so I've been drawing for 15 minutes. Let's see if I can. And actually, you know what? Let's see if I can find just a regular. Yeah, I'm going to assume that's the same color. Again, if there's anyone that I'm missing comments from, I'm sorry. YouTube is acting up on my restream. My Twitch seems fine. I'm using my smaller Posca pen to gain a little more control. I've had my Poscas for a few years. This is my first time, one of the few times I actually break them out to, like for a majority of the piece, I usually save that for my tone paper. So upside down we go. Going to kind of get my outline and maybe some more intricate stuff. So if there is anyone out there, anyone watching Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, thoughts one way or the other? And I even matched the red, perfect. Because my big pens have been in English, but all the sets I have that I got for Christmas over the years are all Japanese. And I'll turn this over. This can cover some big spots here. And I'm not overly worried about the shading on this, as I'm trying to kind of mimic the style. It's a lot of bold colors and solid blacks. Looks like it's trying to imitate more of a comic style. I want to say modern day Steve Ditko, but if I had to guess, I'd say Martin Marcos, I believe, kind of has that modern day Ditko style, and those art styles I love on Spider-Man. Get a little bit more control here. I will say, without giving spoilers away, they managed to incorporate Josh Keaton in this version, who is the Peter Parker voice, Spider-Man voice in Spectacular Spider-Man, arguably one of the better, not one of the best Spider-Man shows. They managed to get Josh Keaton in as a different character on the last Spider-Man cartoon, which it wasn't bad. But I thought the way they did the casting in this one was great. Without spoilers, bit of moisture on this pen. Let's see if I can find a black. There we go, smaller black. Don't want to use my giant black pen. Now, the one thing I do enjoy about the Posca pen is that the colors are very, even though it's acrylic paint, the colors themselves are very bold. Actually, considering using my finer Posca pen as maybe as an inking implement. Let's see if I can get a little bit of. I feel like I'm gonna need some scrap paper under here so I can ink up my desk. Haha. Here we go. For those that checked in on my X-Men, my Storm piece a little while ago. Okay, I don't quite have enough room to move the large black, so I will. Let's try this. You know, if I was half as smart as I thought I was, I would have started with the middle costume. But that might be the next time I draw Spidey. See if I can get through the variations of the costumes. Let's see, and a little bit up here, because this is officially a let's get the shadow underneath. Large. I think this is probably the most I've done exclusively with the Poscas. Uh, see if I can find just a basic blue. Do I have this? Oh, oh crud! I've started to deviate from. See if I can actually fix this. I might be able to. go. There we are. Okay, I'm going to boot out of YouTube here and try again. Okay. My YouTube is officially not working. See what I mean about the black pen here? My black Posca pen, it's acrylic is so nice. Except when it blows out like that. That's not so pleasant. Alright. Reference back. Now, it looks like I will have to use a little bit of Copics after all, because these straps are kind of a gray, and I don't have kind of a gray. I'd probably say kind of a neutral gray, so. Why did I put that away? That is a rather large hump of a backpack, so we're going to fix that a bit. For anyone that has seen my art videos all the way through, you know that I don't have real linear. Let's get the old pencil out again. There. That works a little bit better. Covered. Like I said, I was trying to do just not Copics. I was going to attempt to do this all in Poscas, but I do not have any gray tones in Poscas. All right. know that's not right. Now, what do we want to do about the background here? I'm going to wrap this up soon. And I know my goal, my unofficial goal was not to rely as much on Copics, although I relied heavily on Poscas, but that is different somehow. So I've got my Poscas away. And what do I want to do for a background here? There isn't a lot of blue, but I wonder if I can get away with not going to do anything overly ridiculous background-wise. Might not even... Dull that line a little bit. Alright, so there we go. I think I'm going to stick with a light blue. E32. I think that'll work. I'm going to hopefully see if my light has enough. See how long I can get away with this for. Yep, 45 minutes. Every time I say quick, it's always an hour. And it wouldn't be a video by me if I didn't test out a Copic and it completely dried out on me. Alright, I'm actually not minding the effects I've got here. I'll set that aside as a reminder to refill that ink. And I think a quick little cleanup, and yeah, I'm going to call it. Paints have dried. Maybe I'll clean up some of the red I've got splotched here. Again, I'm not super concerned about shading and whatnot, seeing as how this particular Spider-Man cartoon like has a very it has a vibe. Actually, you know what it kind of reminds me of, if anyone's ever checked this out? Spider-Man Unlimited. Like, it wasn't much for cell shading, but like a lot of solid blacks on that particular Spider-Man. And it was off the beaten path, I'll say that. But that's kind of what this... Not messed up somewhere in there, so I'll just... That's not a jersey. There we go. But that's kind of what this reminds me of here. Like, just kind of rich colors, rich ink lines. Again, not much for the actual cell shading. But oh, I messed something up here. Let's see if I can fix that. Nope. Right. If in doubt, black it out. One thing I like about these paints is I can actually go over a line I messed up. Downside is I'm going to have to make a little bit of this a little bit thicker, which isn't much of a downside at all, actually. That. That. Maybe a little bit of this mess in here. Alrighty. And there. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Version 1. This is me just after sitting down and watching the entire series, which has barely been on a month because they released episodes like 2 or 3 at a time. So felt like didn't have a long time to kind of get familiar with that. All right, I'm going to shut the YouTube off. No one's been on here anyway. So yeah, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Anyone that's checking this out later, I'll be posting that on my socials in a few minutes. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, what your favorite Spider-Man cartoon was, or if there's a comic run you enjoyed. I've been out of the loop on the Spider-Man comics since about Superior, so I don't have insights on the comics that are like 10 years or newer. But all right, anyway, I am done for now, and I think my next Spider-Man will be the second costume in the show. See what we think about that. All right, have a good day.